Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I have a project pan update for you all. It's been about 2 months since I filmed my intro for the year, and I have a few items to share and roll in as well. But let's just jump straight into it, starting with the Trended Up Rosy Face Protector primer. My friend actually got back to me and she did confirm that this does contain silicone. So what I have been doing since using it is be more strategic about where exactly I'm placing this product on my face. I do have combo dry skin, and I tend to get dry around the chin and nose area over time. So this seems to kind of exacerbate that issue, and what I've been doing is just applying it just off of my nose so that it doesn't contribute to my makeup separating during the day and becoming patchy or flaky. But it has been interesting to kind of figure out how this product can fit and how it changes the wear time of my base makeup. The second item I have is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Frontrunner. So I have reached for it a few times these past few months, but the progress isn't quite noticeable. I think it's been slow. What I've been trying to do is I'll keep it on out and visible for me when I'm doing my makeup, just so that I remember to reach for that as a first step when I'm priming my eyes. I haven't really been wearing a lot of eye makeup in general recently, so I have been forgetting this as opposed to, say, like a lipstick or other parts in my routine. The next item is going to be the r+co dry shampoo. In the past 2 months, I've really only reached for it twice, but at this point, I think I just need to be a little bit more intentional about it. I want to say, actually, by the next update, I want to have panned this product. So hopefully I can focus more on it in the next month and a half. I think in another 2 months' time, it should probably be done. I can see the bottom of the container, and there's really only just a little bit more product left on the sides. And the next one is the colourpop cream blush that I have. Oh my gosh, I have made so much progress on this. It's at the point where like I feel how close I am. Like this is it all the way pushed up in the packaging. And I feel like it might be I think by the end of the summer, if I continue to continuously use this, if I continue to use this, I should be able to pan it and then move on to the other blushes in my project pan. The next item in my project pan is the Buxom lipstick. This is also another product that I am super proud of progress that I've made. I still really enjoy this color. I'm actually going to be quite sad once I finish it, but I do have similar shades in my lip inventory that I can definitely use as a replacement. But I feel like this and the colourpop cream blush, once I finish, I don't think I'll know what to do with myself, because I spent so long on those two products that I honestly, I think I'd be in disbelief. Like I could not believe it's finally done. Moving on to the last item that I had brought into my project pan is the Sephora waterproof gel eyeliner, and I actually finally panned this eyeliner. Put an image up on the screen of what I've been able to finish, or a photo of me finishing it. And just for some stats, I had pulled this into my project pan, I think in 2021. And so it's now taken me, actually no, that's wrong. I pulled it in 2024. And since then I've used it a total of 93 times until finally I finished it in the beginning of February. So that was huge for me. I think normally if it had not been the color that it was, and if I had known how to apply eyeliner the way that I do now, I probably wouldn't have had as difficult of a time finishing it. It really only picked up in the last like 6 months to a year, where I kind of finally figured out where it fit in my routine, how to make that product work for me. But now that it's gone, I feel so relieved that it's out of my inventory, and finally I can move on to other things that I'm more excited to use. That's everything that I had in my intro video. Given that I panned one product and I kind of wanted to pull in a few more items that I've been working on in the background, I'm gonna go through 5 more items that I want to roll into these update videos. The first one being this Becca highlighter in the shade Moonstone. Mine is all smushed up like this because if you've used this highlighter before, you'll know that it's so finely milled that it does not travel well. So every time I travel with it and forget to kind of wrap it in tissue or something soft to absorb any impact, it tends to crack or break, and so I have to repress it every time, and this is kind of the product of that. I really like this product. I don't think I've ever used up a highlighter, so this will be something interesting to see. Next one is this Makeup Forever HD Ultra Concealer. I honestly pulled this in because it was the oldest concealer in my inventory. Concealer is also one of those items that I don't use a ton of. I think besides my wedding day makeup, I don't really use it as part of my overall face routine. I feel like it makes me look too done up and too perfected, so I just don't really reach for it that much. Also, the consistency of this is quite thin, so I think besides the summer months, it doesn't give quite the same finish or effect that I would want to see, and it is a bit brighter too. The next 3 items are all kind of connected, starting with this Armani Shine lipstick. It is a red. And the finish, if you're not familiar with it, it's super hydrating. It's a balmy finish, definitely not a matte red, and I think because of that, I find it hard to use red a lot of the time. I love the packaging. The magnetic closure, it brings me joy. But it is an older product too, and I want to kind of use it up, enjoy it, because it is Armani. I did have a tendency to kind of hoard it and save it for a special occasion, but knowing how long makeup takes to use up and pan, I'm trying to be better about just enjoying the pricier products in my inventory, because once they expire, it's more of a waste to be able to have to throw it away and not have hardly used it. Connected to that, I do have the MAC lip pencil in red, just kind of sitting in my inventory. I don't typically reach for red lipsticks because they're so high maintenance, and it's the same thing with lip pencils. If it's not something that I can easily apply, I really won't reach for it, because I don't want to be out and about and worried about having to fix it or touch it up throughout the day. But because I do have that red lipstick in my project pan, I figured this is a good opportunity to pull in this red lip liner so that I can kind of use this as a prepping step before applying the lipstick, and then hopefully it'll also kind of give it longevity too. And then the last item, similarly with getting more use out of that red lip liner, is MAC Russian Red. This was probably my first MAC. This was actually my first MAC purchase, also at a time when I was exploring makeup more, and having a red lip just seems so fancy. But now the reality is that red lips are high maintenance to me. But I do want to use this up more because it does pair so well with the red lip liner. I actually purchased it together. So I just want to be able to find an opportunity to use it more. Again, in that same vein of like saving makeup for a special occasion, I think the goal that I'm going to try to put on myself is I'm going to do one red lip a week. And it'll be with the lip liner, with this lipstick, or with the Armani lip shine. And I will reapply. And I'll do that even if I'm working from home, just so that I can make sure I'm using it, I'm appreciating it, because why not wear a red lipstick even if you have nowhere else to go? That is everything in the latest update for my project pan. I'm curious to hear about how things are going with you. If you have any tips for making red lipstick more wearable, definitely drop them in the comments below. I'd love any tips and tricks you have. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.